Here, what's happening? It's highly offensive. Episode 113. What's good,
Yeah.
folks? Hope y'all doing good out there. Prayers to anybody affected by the Hurricane Milton and Hurricane Helene. Hope you guys
bitch ass hurricanes.
have whatever you need, whether it's food, water, gas. Hope you know what I mean, somewhere safe and warm,
place to live, all those things.
Yeah.
Safety.
Cause that shit is just, it's crazy, you know. And right now I'm just thankful that we're up here in, up north where we don't really got worried too much about, hurricanes like that. Besides maybe like Hurricane Sandy, you know what I mean? Like that shit was pretty disastrous.
Just weather, those types of weather systems.
But it's rare. But yeah, I'm just, again, prayers to the people out there affected by the hurricanes. I know I was fucking scared shitless. I was on my phone like fucking following that shit like a bad bitch because I was just like, they were giving me updates like every 3 minutes, like, hey, we're starting to pick up some speed. Like I remember like I seen that hurricane before it became a hurricane. Before anybody even like knew that shit was really gonna be a problem. I was following some dude on TikTok and he was just telling me like, this shit is finna be real. And I was like, I ain't trying to hear that shit. You know what I mean? My mom's out there. He was like, like the way this shit's projected, it's looking like it's gonna cover the whole state. And I was like, nah, man, I ain't trying to hear that shit right now. And then like a couple of days later, they were like, the governor of Tampa was, or the mayor or whatever in Tampa was like, if you do not evacuate,
you will die. Yeah.
I was like, oh shit.
You're not even gonna have the small talk. Fuck the small talk, nigga. You want the truth? Stay here if you want, nigga. You gonna die, motherfucker. You gonna die. Fuck that.
Like I was like, all right, now this is clearly gonna be something serious and like, world changing for you. And I mean, and also on the wake of Hurricane Helene, where you just seen like literally whole towns just get like swept away in a mudslide.
Away.
Like that shit is fucking scary, yo. And like me being Puerto Rican, like we were not. I'm not gonna say used to like hurricanes, but because I don't think there's ever getting used to that kind of like cataclysmic kind of weather. But you kind of like they're coming. Like every year, either you hunker down or you get the fuck out the way, like type of shit. But these ones are just like seemingly so much more stronger, like almost like on roids, like buffed up. Like I don't know if I'm not trying to say they man-made though. I wouldn't discredit it. You know what I mean? But like at the same time, they just seem a little bit more different than like the hurricanes I've been used to over the years. And like this shit is scary.
Hurricanes them had a glow up. It's kind of weird, but yeah, they're big.
Yeah, they're going Super Saiyan.
Yeah,
like it's just like the fuck. Like I mean, it's just like even when they were talking about, for example, like when Hurricane Helene went through, right? They had like a lot of trash like left over, like out on the streets and shit, and just like just build up some trash. And they were saying like, all right, well, when this hurricane comes through now, it's gonna turn that shit into projectiles. So I can't just like imagine just being home, like
15-foot surges.
Like
in some places,
we'd be here like on a podcast, and imagine just like a fucking stop sign flying in here like a missile, just impaling you. Like
imagine having water on the whole floor, like the whole first floor, just
or being like roommates with an alligator.
Yeah, like
just like from like
nuts, nigga.
It's just
nuts.
Yeah, it's just it's unfortunate that this situation, it's gotten this critical, and that these people don't have the help that they need immediately as they should. Because it kind of seems like if for anything else, like if for other countries, we just fucking, hey yo, what you need? Mm-hmm. Got you. If a motherfucker even threatens you, let me know, and I'll be over here with fucking drones and fucking nukes at the ready. But then like over here, like a motherfucker just gets a whole town swept away, and And like, yo, here's $750 to hold you down, pimp. Like, what you mean? I have nothing. Like, people lost like wives, children, fucking pets, fucking whole everything in their fucking homes. That's it. That $750 gonna hold you down to that. You know, we'll get you some more help later, but right now, you know, $750 is all we can do. Like, and it's a travesty. But we'll get into that deeper a little bit more later. But how's your guys' week's been? How about you, Kayla? How's your week been?
No, I'm glad it's over.
Glad it's over.
3 days working enough.
Tell me more. Just tell me about like why.
No, I want to talk about
why
work.
has it been busy? Has it just been like
people get ready for Christmas and goes out there making the big bucks. People get ready for Christmas. A lot of sales, go out to Kohl's, a lot of sales.
A lot of assholes out in the streets.
You know what? I haven't seen many.
That's good.
Not compared to Florida.
But yeah, I know.
A lot of stupid people.
My job, that shit. It almost felt like the hurricane was up here because it felt like everybody named Mom was just getting delivery, like, and fucking.
It's cold out. What do you mean?
Yeah, but like when you see like I mean I've been there for a couple months now, so like I've never seen some shit like that. Like
again, it's cold out.
Fuck that, man. Like, well, I need a new job then, cause fucking that shit was crazy. Like I felt like I couldn't even leave my area. Like it was just like. I think I took maybe 2 smoke breaks the other day. Like typically, like on a typical day, like I take about like 4 to 5 smoke breaks. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I know. I don't give a fuck. I'm a spoiled bitch. I don't give a shit. I am American. All right, like we get our smoke breaks. And fucking saying China, like, but you know what I mean?
They police how we live in these streets. When you think you get 5 smoke breaks?
Yeah.
He's like, who else gonna do what I do up in there?
I mean, they can police all they want.
Who gonna hold it down like me? Fuck out of here.
But nah, man. Like it just feels like some days, like I wish like I had another me, like somebody that could just take my place at work and just suffer all the bullshit I don't want to, and just like let me be free and like
Elon Musk got them robots he just dropped. Oh, you're gonna talk about that later at some point, but not right now. Let's talk about something else. Start having that again.
That was the weirdest segue ever. But you got it.
I'm just saying, we're going to come back to that. On that thought, we're going to pause it. But speaking of things getting torn apart, like my segue, the Compton pit bull breeder mauled to death by his own dogs.
Scales a fence, trying desperately to avoid some very agitated and apparently dangerous dogs on the ground below her. They have already killed her boyfriend, whose ravaged body is just feet away.
Why are you laughing?
Just like my segue. This guy murdered.
Investigators say the woman discovered the gruesome scene Friday morning in the backyard.
She almost got ate by dogs.
Surveillance footage of the incident, or surrounding the property, and it was discovered that as our victim was in the backyard, apparently feeding them. It sounds like they attacked him, and ultimately he succumbed to his injuries.
Law enforcement personnel, firefighters, and LA County animal control officers quickly converged at the local. Guy 5 was.
But I got a problem with this one. I don't know. I know this is when I got a problem with this. Like, they always blame the pit bull, but like dogs just don't straight up attack you for no reason.
Have you guys ever known any breeders?
Yeah.
Like, I knew one, and I did not like. I remember when I came into his crib the one day, he had a pit bull. Like like at the front of the door. I mean, it must have had like a 6-foot cage, and I mean, like that motherfucker rattled that cage trying to get to me. Like its bark, like was something vicious. I was like, why is that thing alive? Like fucking, and I think like, right, like the problem in some cases is like these breeders be so quick to try to get these dogs out and all this other shit that they don't really give the proper training and nurture and care that these dogs deserve. And in some cases, like, what I witnessed firsthand, like they can be downright abusive to their dogs. So it's like, and I'm not saying that's what happened in this case.
Well, I'm saying some have dogs to make them just all attack their owner like that.
That's definitely
not
random.
That's not normal behavior. And the fact that they call it like a pit bull attacks like owner, it got nothing to do with the breed of the dog.
Kind of like racism, almost like
it's like animal racism. Like the pit bull is a dog. Like, tell me about the time when one of your friends, like whoever, their dog just fucking attacked them. A dog that was like raised with love, taken care of, not abused. They just randomly.
What the fuck?
No, nigga.
Have you met Nessie? Oh my god.
Mauled to death? Who have they mauled to death?
But
who have they mauled to death? No, nigga.
They're not like
no. They're playfully, very firmly.
Even aggressive. Today, like
talk to the mailman who got bit.
He ain't know that nigga. That's defending y'all. No. He don't know. Now I'm talking about. I literally said anybody in the family
he bit me.
Aggressively mauled by their dog that you knew.
Sorta.
Oh my god.
Max nibbles on me.
When he's under the bed and he don't want to get from under the bed, and I'm like. That's why I have to watch how I talk to him when I want him out. I'll be like, because if you like get him out, that nigga bite. He bit me.
No, I get
I wish that nigga would.
What I'm saying is, generally speaking, they won't maul you to death.
I don't think
or attack you. I don't think. I don't think so. Like, I don't think that.
You don't got the teeth for that, but you still. But you still agree. You broke skin.
The point is, you feed the dog. Like, they're not gonna kill you. A dog that would kill you, literally kill you while you're feeding it. That's a little bit. There's something up with the dog, right? You could have got a dog that got abused before by somebody else, whatever. Maybe the owner didn't do it.
I think certain dogs are just territorial dogs. Look at Mickey. Mickey could be the
territorial,
sweetest dog,
but mauling is different.
With his food, and then he would flip a switch like that.
Yeah, nah.
But I've never seen Mickey bite or maul anyone.
The girls.
Like, sure,
a bite is not mauling. A mauling is ripping flesh from skin. Like that you're stripping.
Well, I mean, it's a predatory hunt behavior. So it's like for the animal that is domesticated to now see its owner as prey. For that switch over, it has to be significant. Something has to significantly cause this dog to do that.
They did say it was a pit bull breeder. It wasn't just like a normal owner, so they could have been breeding dogs and abusing them. It was very possible.
Well, that's why I believe. Guess the breeder that I knew, he was very abusive. Not very abusive to his dogs, but like I had seen him be abusive before. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like I said, I seen that big ass pit bull he had like at the front door, so I can imagine like what he did to get that pit bull to be like that. You know what I mean? Like, because that thing was ready to just maul whoever. Like, if it could have bitten through that fucking cage to get to me, like it would have. Like that shit was crazy. I was like, yeah, I'm not coming over again.
Well, speaking of scary shit.
We're watching in real time where our money should have been going this entire time instead of sending it to places like Ukraine and Israel for funding of a war that none of our kids or us want to participate in. We are literally watching Tennessee, North Carolina, and Florida get decimated because nobody has put regulations on these fucking companies like Exxon and others that burn fossil fuels that were told in the 70s that this would be the repercussion of their actions. The once-in-a-lifetime storms that we're seeing are no longer once-in-a-lifetime. From here on out, all we can do is hunker down and truly prepare for the fucking worst.
I haven't heard that word.
What?
hunker down.
It was twice in his pockets. I used it earlier.
You did that,
Yeah.
It's because you got the influence from the clip.
I don't know, 'cause I haven't seen that clip in days, but fucking and this is to that point that I was bringing up earlier. You know what I mean, about like these people, what they're going through to get that bullshit 750. Like when they're announcing billions of dollars going to Ukraine, billions of dollars.
I heard they're getting more than 750, and that people are spreading disinformation, and this can easily be just like it was in 2020 and the year before that, the 4 years before that, where people were literally saying shit online, and people are spreading the fuck out of it, and then you find out later, like, oh, these are a bunch of fucking Russian bots.
It's bullshit, bro. And I'm gonna explain to you why. First off, it is 750, and they're saying, okay, look, we'll give you initially 750. Like, but first you have to apply for it online, which that's where the bullshit's at, because most of these people are in places where they have power outages. They're needing to get search and rescue, fucking helicopters and all this other shit.
What's the time frame they have to file?
I'm not sure exactly what the time frame is, but you have to apply online. And then you get to 750 if you meet their qualifications or whatever the fuck. But then after that, supposedly they'll give you additional help. Now, I haven't heard any people say that they've gotten any additional help yet. So I mean, I'm not saying that it's not going to come. I'm not saying that it isn't real. I'm just saying that the 750 thing is real. The initial payment, I guess, at least, and the fact that these people have to apply for it online, they shouldn't have to go online to apply for some shit, especially when they're going through massive power outages, and some of them don't even have fucking phone services. Some of them probably don't even have fucking phones.
My thing is like, but how else would they like say they are who they are? You have to register yourself at some point. And these same people, if they had given a bunch of money out and a bunch of migrants got it with no ID, nothing, they'd be pissed the fuck off that all that money went to bullshit. So, like, you can't be mad about the checks and balances when they're the same group of people would be like, no, you can't just give away money. All right, cool, but you got to figure out who the fuck you are. If you have no power, how can you get the money I'm sending you? So if I'm just like, yo, I'll give you the 750, I don't even give a fuck just because you live here, but you have to go online and say who you are. Like, yeah, nigga, name another service you get from the government that you don't have to go online or send some type of form in. You have to. And imagine they told everybody, hey, for the hurricane, you'll get your money right away, but you got to mail this shit. They're going to be like, what the fuck? I can't even walk in the street. Online's the most convenient way. And if you're devastated, that's the most accessible way. Because everybody else will have to fucking trek their way to the mailbox or whatever. They could probably make or designate like schools and say, you go here to get your service, but it would still be some bullshit. You know how the government is, especially when some shit happens like this.
Okay, I get that. But what I'm saying is that to these people who are without like everything, $750.
It's not gonna do shit.
Is a tad bit short.
It's not gonna do nothing.
Especially when we literally see, well, not even just that, but we see the amount of money going to immigrants and Ukraine and Israel. That's the problem. It's not just money's going to just Ukraine. Money's going to just Israel, or that money's being allocated to the immigrants. Instead, it's being allocated on all fronts, but then on the home front to the people devastated by these. Like, for example, I guess we're going to have to maybe skip a little, but
nigga, I can't even see the topics. You just got video clips of the smallest text in the world. I can't see what the fuck that is there.
But there's the White House spokesman lady, the black chick, the Haitian chick that was like mad upset that people were her. Play that clip. This bitch.
This is categorically false. It is not true. It is a false statement. No, Biden did not take FEMA relief money to use on migrants. Funding is also available through FEMA's Emergency Food and Shelter Program to eligible local governments and non-for-profit organizations upon request to support humanitarian relief for migrants.
So, I mean, we see the bold-faced lie that was. Like, she literally said, hey, yeah, we took the FEMA money and gave it to these immigrants. Now FEMA's going, hey, we're broke. We ain't got no money for Americans, so we can only offer y'all niggas $750. But now they're like, oh no, it's not because we took the money from FEMA for the immigrants. That's not why we were so broke.
But they literally said, like, on the live, like, FEMA said, like, we're not out of money. Like, we have money for, like, this disaster, the next one. Like, there's money there.
Yeah.
Like, I swear to God.
No. I don't doubt that, like, they
That's
didn't
why I'm like,
afterwards.
what? And they're like, literally, like, the nigga was mad. He was old and he was an old white dude. And he was talking, and he was pissed off. He was like, I'm tired of these fucking people spreading this misinformation.
It's not
plenty of money.
Misfucking information, though. Like, they're trying to play it up now because it looks horrible on them. But there's literally a fucking clip running around of Joe Biden. Joe Biden, they asked him about, like, what more he could do for the people that were going, and he said, we're not, that there's no more money to give, and that essentially that we were going to have to help each other out. That we were going to have to fund our own reliefs. Like, thank you. But that's what the kind of shit that we're seeing is like, this isn't the first time it's happened. We've seen this with Hurricane Katrina. It just happened to black people before. They were like, since it was a majority black population, it was like, damn, that's crazy. But at least you're like, the government's racist. So it's like, okay, well, it makes sense why they didn't feel like helping them out, even though it's fucked up. Not to say that it's not, but like in this case, like it's fucking North Carolina. It's a bunch of bumpkin whites.
The FEMA website. So I'll read it to you verbatim. FEMA will only provide $750 to disaster survivors to support their recovery. This is false. This is a type of assistance that you may be approved for soon after you apply, called serious need assistance. It's an upfront, flexible payment to help cover essential items like food, water, baby formula, breastfeeding supplies, medication, and other emergency supplies. There are other forms of assistance that you may qualify for to receive, and serious needs assistance is an initial payment you may receive while FEMA assesses your eligibility for additional funds. As your application continues to be reviewed, you may still receive additional forms of assistance for other needs, such as support for temporary housing, personal property, and home repair costs. If you have questions, ask about your disaster assistance application and what you qualify for. So, like, FEMA adjusts the maximum amount of financial assistance available to disaster survivors each fiscal year, which began on October 1st. The new maximum for the serious needs assistance is now $770. These maximums apply to any disasters declared on or after October 1st, 2024. So, like, they give them more money than that's just like a form of payment.
The initial payment, like I was saying, and then supposedly afterwards, after they review your eligibility, they decide whether they'll give you more or not and what else you're eligible for, which is the fucking problem. Like, do you not remember how hard it was for me to get money from the VA? People that were designed to protect veterans, and the government didn't give a fuck. But you're telling me that the government gives a fuck about those people in North Carolina? That they're just, oh yeah, we got all the money to give them?
They're not going to give them what they need for what their recoveries are. They never have, and they haven't for any group. So, like, what I'm saying is, like, I'm not going to be outraged about this when the entire system is fucked. It's not specific to the situation.
But the point is, like, in New York, you have immigrants collecting thousands of dollars
Why monthly. Are we blaming the immigrants and not the fucking government? Why are we mad at the immigrants? We're all fucking
We're not mad at the immigrants, my nigga.
Whole point.
We mad at the fact that these people are getting $750 or $770, like they just upgraded it. Another $20 for their pain. Fucking, when there are people all across this country being put in hotels, getting monthly thousands, getting food assistance, getting their babies taken care of, which is cool because we're America. We're a first world nation. So yeah, we should be able to put some people under our fucking little wing and shit and take care of them. But we should also be able to do that for ourselves when some world changing disaster fucking happens, if we can just pump billions of dollars to Ukraine, to fucking Israel, these missiles that they drop on Gaza cost millions of dollars. We're just handing them shits out. But people in fucking North Bumpkin, Carolina, getting $770 when their whole town just got slid in a mudslide. Like,
nigga, that's
all I'm saying.
That's what all I'm saying is it's not just gotten like that, nigga. It's been like that forever. Like, it's in my recent memory, in my existence of life, it has been like that since before that. The government and the military industry shit happened back in the 60s, nigga. So, like, what are we gonna do if this shit from the SSR, what is it? Was it SSR, right? Or USSR? That shit happened back then, the Cold War type shit. You know what I'm saying? They decided a long time ago, we're going to have the biggest military, we're going to have the most fucking money, we're going to have interest in everywhere, we're going to fucking put our little sperm seeds of the United States of fucking justice everywhere, all over the fucking world. We're going to spread ourselves thin, and we're going to keep having kids, and those kids are going to have kids with other kids, and they're going to be in everybody's fucking country. So before you look around, it looks like the United States is the world police, right? Now we got our dicks in all these fucking vaginas everywhere. We're just trying to keep them all impregnated with all these fucking Americans all over the place. Now we got kids and responsibility, all these responsibilities, all these relationships and shit, little fucking tricks.
Child support.
Then all that comes back. You know, these people now have interest in the country. They want to buy up the houses and the markets and the jobs and all that shit. And it's the system to fuck the people. You have to almost become a business owner to do well in America, to have some type of shit, because
listen, I get what you're saying. This system has always been corrupt. Yeah, we understand, like for example, like with racism and all this other shit, the system was not designed for people like me to begin with. I get that.
Or those poor people.
But what I'm saying is that the only way the system runs, though, is because you have dumb bumpkin motherfuckers who believe that the system works. So they go, they pay their taxes, they go vote, they support Trump. They do these things because they believe in the system. So what I'm saying is when the system turns a blind eye to the very people that are propping it up, that's fucking dangerous, because
but they don't give a fuck. Because they'll make you part of the system, whether they gotta put you in jail to make you part of the system.
They don't give a fuck until it's January 6th all over again, and you got them bumpkin whites taking over the White House. Fucking
nigga, but my thing is, like, if it was like a fight, right, and we were talking about actual, like, they took over, oh shit, like, they would at least like got a day in. You feel me? So like, don't get me wrong.
Over.
No. Like,
they were literally like sitting in people's offices.
Follow back on me. Niggas can leave, right? So like, all right, say for instance, all right, you got a castle, right? You got a castle. There's a bunch of niggas that come in, like, oh, we own the castle, but they're not like writing the Constitution. No one changed the law. No one made themselves president for a day and said, fucking, I abolished that. No one did that. So when they're like, we took over, nigga, you would have wiped everybody's credit card debt. You would have given every American a house. I would have been, if I'm the president for a day, bitch, we gonna reach the fuck out this motherfucker. I'm giving every American a house.
Damn,
for every dollar we send to every other country, we're sending it back to fucking America. So you can only give out as much as you give out. And then
you was expecting too much out of these people.
No, that's what I'm saying. No. If you taking over, take over, nigga. Figure all that shit out overseas. Have solutions, nigga. This way you can run the PowerPoint when the next nigga comes in and be like, just keep running this way, because this is the infinite money glitch. But the other ways, y'all, imagine you came in and you're steering America like a big ass ship with all these things going on, right? And this nigga was going the opposite direction for 4 years. Is going that way. And you're like, nah, like, we gotta fix it. And then they're all, and as you're going like this, people in your inside are like going this way with it. The legislators going this way with it. You're like, nah, like, go this way. Like, that shit, it sounds like Spider-Man holding a fucking train. Like, that's what it seems like. And then every time you take it over, you're like, okay. The other guy's like, oh, it's not that bad. You grab it, you're like, what the fuck, man? Why? And you try to figure it out, and it's, both sides are pulling you apart, and like nothing gets fixed. It stays the same way, and I don't know, but they should make laws around that shit. They could figure it out. Like if you could write rules to get around the system to do fucking crazy shit, like get money to all those countries, or like defense spending, whatever. Then you can write laws to like write it. I could give you a law right now that would fix all that shit. Like straight up, you should be like, all right, cool. All our spending we do on interests outside of the United States has to be matched in the United States. Forever. That's it. So if
there's different things that like, for example, one of the best things that could be done are term policies. I mean, policy terms. So, like,
you can limit the people's length of time fucking it up, but you still can't limit their power and what they can get accomplished.
But I mean, if you can limit their time, like for example, like we got these old fogies in power, like for like Nancy fucking Pelosi, whatever that bitch name is, where she's made like millions of dollars off inside trading, and everyone fucking knows it, but like somehow this bitch don't get arrested.
It's not just her.
Like, I know it's not just her.
That's again, a law would fix that. You can't do this while you're this, but the presidents do it. Like they all do it.
I know Trump was making money when he was in
all do it.
office.
They all, everybody walked into that office. They might have been a millionaire. They may have been a thousandaire. But when they leave, they're millionaires. And they're good for life. Like their interests just grow. So like they make connections with people that move shit, and then they keep them in the know, and they do their thing with them. You know what I'm saying? Or they have the same guy, they get the same accountant or whatever, and they get the same information. Like shit happens that they keep their money up. That's part of being in that clique. But at the end of the day, like if their walls stand longer than people do. So it's
what I'm saying is like for them to be able to get away with all those things, they have to have voters, people that actually believe the bullshit.
No, niggas, that's not even true. They have to have relationships.
They have to get.
They have to get elected.
Mitch McConnell wins elections. He got voted in year after year after year. It wasn't like that dude. You know what I mean? Like as sickly looking as he is, and all the fucked up shit that he's political. He still has constituents that vote for him.
Relationships. That nigga looks like a turtle too.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
For life. You can't change that. But it's because of the relationships he has that he stays in power. That's
he's definitely jerked off like a couple of like senators.
You can connect with people all you want. You can make all the good laws you want, but if you don't have good relationships with people that are at the top, you're fucked. You won't ever get elected.
But it's like church. It's like you can preach all you want, but if you don't got nobody put money in the collection plate, is it really a church? I mean, you know what I'm saying? You gotta have people in the pews, people singing songs, playing tambourines, fucking, you know what I mean? All that stuff.
They got all that. They got us on TikTok doing dances and shit.
No, I know.
For free. We doing that for free. We're entertaining ourselves with the craziest, dumbest shit in the world, and being completely distracted that we're getting fucked over in every capacity known to man in every possible way. So it's like even our food is toxic. Even our food is toxic. Like we can't avoid it. Like the water is toxic. Like the environment's toxic. The work environment's toxic. The natural understood like work order is so toxic that I thought it was normal to fucking hate your job. Like I thought everybody I knew that like. It's just like, fuck my goddamn job. It's garbage. I hate going. They'd be like that. And I'm just like, and like that's how I felt. I'm okay. It's fucking terrible for me too. Must be normal. Or I'll walk out, fucking angry and hate our lives. That's normal. Like that's what we do. Stress is normal. But then I got a different job. And I'm like, what the fuck have I been living? This travesty. This is bullshit. Like, what are we all going through? Why does not everybody work like this? This is crazy. This is how people should be treated. I felt like I've been disrespected for like half my goddamn life. It's like everybody deserves to be in a work environment like that. Like that's how life should be. And everybody should be getting paid what they deserve to get paid or a livable wage. And you know how much life costs? Another thing that could be a law, if they pass the law, they're like, hey, look, it costs this much to live a normal American life. Like, this is your standard of life. Call it your standard of life living, the SOL living, the SOL fucking law. And like, it costs this much, huh?
Cost of living adjustment. or some shit.
Yeah, fuck the old shit. We gonna make some new shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you're like the cost of living shit. So basically, your cost of living, adjust that to match what it really is in 2024, and then that should have to, by federal law, be the bare minimum that you pay people.
But even then, they will find a way to skirt that. And the reason I say that, right, is they announced so they have every year they review the COLA for Social Security and for the veterans disability, right? So the veterans, it matches whatever Social Security is. So whatever they raise, so let's say they decide to raise Social Security 8% this year, the veterans get the 8%. They announced that this year it's only going to be a raise of 2.3, like the lowest it's been in like fucking years, despite the inflation, the massive like inflation, just in like the last 3 years, just since COVID. You know what I'm saying?
Again,
but like,
there should be laws against this. Like, if we're all paying into something and we're supposed to be retiring off of it and it's supposed to be protected, we shouldn't have to worry about losing something that we're all funding. Otherwise, we should be able to tell you, go fuck yourself, and put that money in our own pockets and be like, we don't want your shit. How about that? We want to just keep our own shit in our own bank.
Getting back on my Social Security, got paid.
Let me opt out. I'll opt out of your services. Let me opt out and put that money in my own shit.
There's no way that when we retire, we're going to see that money.
Or if we do, it'll be like such a fucking a meager like.
Meanwhile, they've been bankrolling on our shit. I always said that the American government's like a fucking credit card, like a college kid with like 15,000 credit cards just swiping everywhere like this. I need a toaster, goddammit! You want some food? Fuck you! I ain't giving you no goddamn food. Die, baby, die! I'm an infant. I need Infamil or something, nigga. He's over here in the corner, just dead in the corner. And the Americans like, yes! You know, just going ham, doing all types of crazy shit. So it's pretty terrible.
It's ridiculous, but
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, they have to realize, like, again, like, there are more of us than there are of them. Like, fucking settle down. You know what I mean? Like, take care of the people. And we'll keep paying taxes and fucking paying into this shit. Because the only way the American dream, like, works is if, like, we all close our eyes. But if we're all, like, fucking not distracted, woke, and just like paying attention to everything, it's like we're gonna see it for what it really is.
The bosses left but told the workers that if they didn't come in during a hurricane, they would be fired. The bosses left but told the workers that if they left before the floodwaters got waist high, that they would be fired. The bosses left but told the workers to pick between their lives and their livelihoods, and the workers lost their lives. This is a story coming out of Tennessee. Impact Plastics. Family members of missing people are claiming that their family members went into work because they were told that they had to, and now they are missing. 5 of them are confirmed dead. And what is occurring and what is pissing me off so bad right now is that the bosses aren't allowed to tell the tale. They put out a statement categorically denying the allegation, saying that they told them to leave. They had a translator. They had somebody saying it in English. They had somebody saying it in Spanish. But what I will say,
we had a Chinese out there.
If what people are saying is true, and the bosses decided to jeopardize the lives of workers just to make an extra dollar, I hope they lose everything they have, and I hope they rot in a prison cell. Workers are not expendable, okay? Workers are not pawns for you to use just so you can stuff your pockets. Our lives have value. Our lives matter. I truly hope that the people that are currently missing are found. Hurricane Helene wreaked havoc all over the Southeast. There are parts of Florida, Georgia, Tennessee, North Carolina that will never be the same because of the storm. There are people dead, people that have lost everything, and I truly hope that they find these people out in Tennessee.
You hear that racetrack? Because I remember when hurricanes would come in, we wouldn't be like released until like the hurricane was pretty much there. I remember driving home as the hurricane was coming and the fucking winds moving over. They weren't
moving the car.
Still to like the last.
I wish I could tell a story, but I think
No, don't do it.
Yeah, I think the NDA stops me from
Can I say it for you then?
No.
Nah, speaking of NDAs,
New allegations today of sexual assault and exploitation by Combs. For the first time, we are hearing about victims who say they were minors when they were allegedly assaulted by the music star. The youngest, allegedly, just 9 years old. The allegations were revealed today by attorneys representing more than 100 alleged victims who are preparing to sue. So let's bring in NBC News entertainment correspondent Chloe Malas right now. So Chloe, we know there is currently a press conference underway. We do have a live picture of that. Can you just walk us through these new allegations and tell us if we've heard from Combs yet? So the individual that you see on the screen right now, that is an attorney based out of Houston, Texas, and his name is Tony Busby. He's been a part of some very well-known litigation over the years involving the BP oil spill, even involving the Astroworld Music Festival crisis where some individuals were killed during a stampede. So he has made headlines before, but this is pretty shocking. So he claims is claiming right now at this press conference that he has had over 3,000 individuals reach out to his law firm in Houston, Texas, that he and his team have been vetting these claims, that now they are representing over 120 accusers, and that over the next 30 days, they will begin to file different civil suits, that this is not a class action lawsuit, that they are going to continue to vet these allegations, but right now they're strong about these. So he also said today that it's not just Combs that will be named as a defendant, that there will be other high-profile individuals, some household names. He says, quote, many powerful people, there are many dirty secrets.
Quick question. This is kind of side, a little bit side, and a little dark. Do you think that P. Diddy, like, pimped out his kids, like his daughters and stuff?
I would hope that.
But I would hope they wouldn't be abusing a 9-year-old kid, but here we are.
I mean, I would hope not on all fronts.
It goes, that's like a question that, like for example, people wondered about, like, Will and Jada Smith, like, with their kids coming out all fucking weird and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
we don't really.
Yeah, the kids come out weird, bro.
But,
about
remember when Jaden Smith was coming out, like, and mind you, this is like before like trans and like, you know, yeah, he was wearing skirts and like fucking into
so
like
questionable behavior.
He had certain like, but it wasn't like.
But you don't hear anything about P. Diddy's kids, like they're.
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't know.
Like you don't hear. But then that makes you wonder that he is as famous as he is, and you don't hear nothing about his kids.
I actually heard a theory about Lori Harvey the other day about how Steve Harvey used her and with P. Diddy to like. But you know what I mean? Like it's
a lot of people have used Lori Harvey.
Yeah,
this has literally been an ongoing thing in Hollywood. Don't you remember Mariah Carey's mom? Yeah, how they were saying about Mariah Carey's mom.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Do you think that like he pimped out his kids?
I would hope not. I don't know.
There's no way of knowing. But it's not. It's not in the.
Because it's like that's
the realm of
these other people that were abused were not as much easy access as
it may just be like exactly what like we think it is. Mm-hmm. Like the family might really not know what he's doing.
There's no way, nigga.
It's very look. He is mad rich. Okay.
No way.
He's not always home. He has nannies. He has multiple houses. This is not a normal nigga. Like,
well, the parties are at home though.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean the kids are at home. The kids have parents, have moms.
The kids are also
have
in the
lives that are not with P. Diddy.
The kids are also in the industry. Like the oldest son. And the oldest son was accused of being a rapist himself.
It's not outside the realm of possibility that the girls lived a different life than maybe the son or somebody else. It doesn't mean that they're at the house doing anything. It doesn't mean it just because they're there.
I hope the best case scenario. I'm just saying that, like...
I'm saying both could be true. He could be a freaky, weird Batman-ass nigga on the side, and his family could also not know anything because he intentionally keeps them out of it. He has that kind of money. If anyone had that kind of money, that nigga could literally be the Black Batman if he wanted to be. Think about how much money he has, nigga. Elon Musk has hella money. I'm saying if anybody could hide an entire lifestyle like that.
A lot of these, like Justin Bieber, these people that we're alleging got abused by P. Diddy, somewhere in the same, they're somewhere in that same circle as these kids.
Yeah,
there's no way they don't know each other.
We don't know. We don't know shit yet because nothing's come out yet. We'll know when it comes out. This is gonna be like the O.J. Simpson shit of our time. Like,
yeah,
but what I'm saying, that's what I'm saying.
Won't know for like another 20 years, realistically.
Even if they come out,
the full details of
whoever comes out of the federal government case, then we can like be like, all right, this happened.
No, even then, I still see shit being redacted, shit being covered up, like cause. Like I said, we had to do an update on this case because, I mean, like in this situation, there was 120 new lawsuits that were coming out to Diddy, but now they got the settlement because all the people that were going to get named in the lawsuits decided to
get paid up. Again, like I said, that's the type of nigga that can keep a goddamn secret if anybody fucking can. That nigga literally pays somebody to be like, go kill this person. You never speak on it. Like he has that kind of.
But that also makes me wonder. I mean, like if he needs other people to pay his lawsuits for him, doesn't that kind of speak to how much money like he had? Like maybe he's running low on funds.
Wouldn't he have to sell his house in order to?
So he was putting up the house for collateral. So he paid $15 million to buy the rest of the owed mortgage, and then he put the house up plus some more money.
Why would you put your house on collateral if you have?
Because the house collects interest. And you're telling them I'm not leaving. Like a house is a piece of property, so it's like
dropping a couple million will also.
No, they don't take
I'm getting that money back.
For real, I'm not going nowhere. I would say
Oh my god, no. The court sees it differently. They feel like you giving up your property. I'm just saying they feel like your house is something that you're not going to give up and then just run away.
Millions. And so I'm not going to
50 million.
The house is worth $40 million.
Nigga, come buy another house. What the fuck you mean?
I ain't leaving the county.
All right.
You dipping a toe, right?
All right, hear me out, right? You've already paid $25 million for this house.
Sure.
So you pay $15 million and put up another 10, right? You paid 15. Follow me here. You paid $15 million, right? And the house is now a $40 million house. You put up the $40 million house and you offer the court 10. You're only giving them 25. You're telling them, I'm giving you my $40 million house and another $10 million.
But you're also saying that this is the same person that's so rich that he can buy niggas out. He ain't gonna give two fucks about that.
And that's essentially what the judge said because he witnessed intimidation, all this other shit. He couldn't get out of it. But but think about it. You're only required on bail to pay 10%.
Sure.
Yeah.
Right? So if I'm giving you $50 million in assets and cash, right? I'm giving you $50 million. That's basically saying that my bond
for a regular person like me, that's not shit.
No, I'm saying
that. But for someone who has, like you're saying,
all the bonds, they're all 10%.
He probably got like 10 houses later.
Yeah, of course he does. But you paid 10%, so it would have meant that his original bond would have been $500 million.
Yeah. All I can think of is like, can you imagine how scary of an enemy this nigga is?
Oh, absolutely.
Like, not only can he blow up your car, not only can I mean, he could have done that. But like this nigga's also freaky. Like this nigga could just like kick in the door like the Kool-Aid man with some fucking baby oil and just start raping niggas. Like that is a terrorist right there. He needs to be
all around threat.
Who's there? Playlist?
Yeah, you gotta hear this. You gotta see that shit. That nigga is too old to be singing.
Clearly, what's it?
Who's singing?
This old guy. He's his name Frank Valor.
Oh, he's the one who says, "Man."
Yeah.
See those videos? They're using that nigga. That's abuse. They probably pop a pill in that nigga. Just shove it on. They don't even show him how to lip sync. He's not even lip syncing with the song. That's terrible.
Yo, he looked like grandma out there. The video. He got the most dead eyes. Like
the fact that they would let him, and I feel bad. The fact that someone would abuse him and let him embarrass himself in that way to gain money. That's a Las Vegas thing he has, no?
residency.
Yeah.
But like they had to look at this man and be like, "You're gonna be great." You know what I'm saying? 'Cause they gotta pay him, right? And then they
They're not paying him. They paying someone else because that nigga ain't touching a dollar.
they gotta pay somebody.
Like grandma.
Yeah.
Like,
Keep that nigga cold until you got it before.
They just open the door. Hey, go get the banana. Sing to the banana.
I be seeing that video all the time on TikTok, and I feel so bad because that's
terrible.
what it makes me think of. It makes me think of
terrible.
grandma and the fact that someone, I don't know if he has kids or something, I don't know who's managing him, but the fact that someone would, and shame on
this nigga to this
shame on Las Vegas residency for allowing that to happen. For you guys to allow someone that is obviously not in his senses. He's too senile to understand what's going on.
But don't they allow like prostitution in Vegas?
No, but the
Like,
different.
Like, we all inclusive, old men too. Let them all get
but the residency is known for having these big artists and for having these.
Well, he's a big artist.
No, and I get it.
It makes me wonder if he's in debt because it kind of Bruno Mars. How Bruno Mars owes the MGM $50 million, so that's why he's doing all these performances.
They said that he said that's not true.
And people are even more stupid to pay to watch tickets and watch this man like do a voiceover. But
well, he's probably out on a lunch buffet or something.
It's like almost like if Jurassic Park was around. Like you're like, what? The dinosaurs are still out there? Like, let me go see a dinosaur in action. Like that dude should not. That dude was probably singing when like TVs are black and white. You know what I'm saying?
It's pretty old. That one that they always. That shit's old as fuck. Old.
That nigga's old as fuck. All right.
Yeah,
but
they shouldn't do that. It's terrible.
Yeah.
As we laugh.
Well, speaking of dragging men across the floor, the airline forced a disabled man to crawl along the floor.
Yeah.
It's a bathroom because of wheelchair policy.
What's the wheelchair policy?
Disabled war journalist Frank Gardner has claimed he was forced to crawl to the bathroom on a recent flight heading to London.
I'm just picturing Caleb from episode 1.
What?
Army crawling.
Oh. But you're so stupid. What's the wheelchair policy?
I guess you're not allowed to fucking use it.
You probably can't use it in the airplane or something, or it doesn't fit. I don't know. I'm assuming it has to. I'm assuming it has to get. It probably has to get stowed.
A man forcing a disabled man to army crawl to the bathroom. That's a lawsuit.
Can they have help?
That nigga's finna own Boeing, whatever the fuck.
It's a flight in London, so I don't know how they get down to England town, but
is it from the U.S. to London?
It just said in London. Didn't specify. Yeah.
I'm sure London has laws where anti-discrimination.
Apparently not, nigga. You like, nigga, this is not America. Crawl, bitch, nigga. We put your wheelchair underneath. You're like, what do you mean put it underneath? We put it down below in here.
Yeah, that's nuts. I mean,
welcome to Pound Town.
To be fair to the airline, I believe when they sit you in your seat, they put the wheelchair on the bottom. They should have helped him.
But that's what I was about to say. Like, they could have carried this nigga. They could have had like some buff, fucking.
What if he was being dramatic? Like, what if he was like, asked for help, and they're like, I can't help you right now. So if I gotta crawl to the bathroom, I gotta go, I can feel it. And she was like, you can't feel it, nigga. And he just started crawling. Just so we have a story or something. I don't know.
Are people that are like on wheelchairs, don't they have like catheters and shit?
Not everybody has the same type of paralysis or like situation. Some people have feeling in the bottom, but they don't have full mobility, so they call them, like paralyzed, but paralyzed just means like you could be partially paralyzed, you could be, so some people have feeling where others don't.
Crippled with dick.
Crippled but not crippled dick.
The title.
Crippled but not crippled dick.
Not crippled dick. that should be the title of the podcast.
Speaking of crippled dicks, 3 Mile Island nuclear plant will reopen to power Microsoft data centers.
How is that your segue?
Because whoever lives by this motherfucker is going to have a crooked dick. It's going to be weird.
Yeah, that shit's scary. Especially because I almost feel like it's 2024, so it's just so many things could go wrong. You know what I mean? So I'm just of all the things, why would you just fucking activate fucking power plant? You just imagine a bent penis right now.
That's strange.
I just I don't know. It's just scary because we're within miles of that. Actually, let me edit that later. But
3, 2, 1.
Because we don't want. But we're that's why it freaks me the fuck out, because it's that shit somewhere happened that's gonna affect us. I mean I didn't even how it contaminate the air, the water, the excuse me. There's just so many
Brita filters. I keep telling y'all, what I'm saying? Get the Brita filters.
I've never heard of these Brita filters.
You just put it's weird.
It's a filter. It goes through a filter and it filters the water.
But it's not like a real filter.
It is obviously a real filter. It has real rocks and real minerals and filters water for real. I have a ppm meter for the other thing.
Yeah.
I'm talking about for emergency. We'll have access to water. If we had Brita, it would save our lives. We would have been fucked then. But I'm saying, if we had water and we saw the news, oh my god, we'd have time to filter water and put it in the water bottles.
Beyond that point, I remember when I was taking a shower here, and that water was fucking. It's not just water.
Or what's that one time that they got the dirty water still to this day? Flint, Michigan. They just had nasty water for 10 years. I'm just it's
I ppm'd our water, so just have you know, our water,
Our water is good.
It's opens a 7 on the pH level. I don't know about
what's a good number?
6.5, 7.
Oh, yeah, not bad.
Yeah. 7's
I don't know. I mean,
neutral.
I remember water. I swear to God, smells like bleach.
I'm not saying it's not been treated, nigga. I didn't test the contents of the water. I just said the pH level.
Smell like bleach. They trying to kill us out here slowly.
Yeah, it's probably because they wanted Trump as president. Whoever's the water person.
They want to keep taking our 1900.
I know how to get rid of all our code. Nobody in that neighborhood ever see code. Put a little bleach in this water. They don't even know about it. Just go and drink it and have it in their toothbrush. And they're going to be all right. They're going to be immune from that code. I ain't met not one neighbor over here had code because I put a little bleach in the water. Yeah, they know it.
Nigga, shut up. Move it on.
What voice was that?
For real, I was trying to figure that out.
Trump supporter put bleach in fucking water.
I told y'all to be polite and kind, didn't I? I told y'all not to go in there guns blazing. You didn't listen. I told you you're in the South. You didn't listen. Here you go.
What?
Yeah, they beat the shit out of some FEMA director in North Carolina.
Reports that a FEMA director who was acting arrogant and denying aid to North Carolina flood victims was beaten by local residents. See, here's the problem I have with this. Okay, follow me with this narrative. If this were other people, right, other kinds of people, you know what I'm saying, they would not be flood victims. They'd be thugs. Group of thugs beats federal FEMA director who was trying to get them to comply with the process. You see how I'm like, I don't believe these fucking headlines anymore because it's bullshit. I mean, depending on who's looking at it, you call it one thing, but when it's a certain group of people, this is suffering. This people, you're like, you thugs, you fucking, and then you look at all. It's like we're playing a game of Monopoly, right? And you're like, all right, we're all treated equally. How the fuck does the prison look like very brown? What happened there? Like, if all the rules are the same and we're all on equal footing, not all things were standing, then it should be like I'm here.
And even going back to the whole P Diddy, like I've heard a lot of people saying, that Hugh Hefner did the same thing.
He did. He did a bunch of shit.
And again, not to condone what P Diddy did, because what he did is terrible. But to your point, like Hugh Hefner, and I'm sure there were.
It's not just
people.
him.
Exactly.
It's not just him. They all out there. It's a certain status level.
Look at Leonardo DiCaprio. Leonardo DiCaprio is infamous for dating fucking 15, 16, 17-year-old models. They're pretty young. His
15? Like,
not 15.
I'm saying you don't put minors on them because unless you want a lawsuit. You know what I'm saying? Like
allegedly from that allegedly.
No, but allegedly. But I know currently.
I know he likes young girls.
Currently, he's dating a 19-year-old model. This nigga's in his late 50s, damn near.
Because he's rich.
Yeah, so but Cher is like a fucking mummy, and she still be bagging 20-year-olds.
I think it has to do more with what you're saying.
No, he's rich, nigga. That's what I'm saying.
P. Diddy's rich, and look where he at. That's what I'm saying.
P. Diddy
was banging Lori Harvey.
P. Diddy was doing very strange things.
P. Diddy.
But what I'm saying is,
that bitch has been everywhere.
When you are rich and you have choice of preference of whatever you want to do in life, and you want to be single, you probably gonna date the age range that you want to date, and you're not gonna care what everybody else thinks.
So what your point is about, there being a difference between how, like, even this reporter is saying about. Had it been black people, it'd have been thugs.
Yeah.
Versus these victims because they're white. To what you're saying, like P. Diddy, yes, again, not to condone what he did because what he did was horrible, but he's black, so where Leonardo DiCaprio has been doing this shit first,
and he's just the wrong black. Because I guarantee you, we won't talk about all of the Middle Eastern niggas that are like sultans and shit. They have bitches going out there to just to stick their finger in their booty. Like, I'll give you 500,000. Let me just stick my finger in your butt. I'll fly you back. I just want to get that in there.
They want more than that. They want to shit on these bitches.
Weird things they do over there, sultans and whatnot. They don't talk about none of that shit. And that shit's been going on forever. And I'm sure they have their tap into some young vaginas out there. They're doing all types of weird shit out there, grooming and
young boys more.
The laws over there are different.
No,
in the culture,
you can't really compare it. But I'm saying, like, here in the US, I get what you're saying.
It's the same shit, different skin. It's like Fortnite. That's what it's like. The government just be switching up. You be getting a new seasonal pack every 4 years. They get a reskin. You get an upgrade on Apple, like or Android. You get an update, right? You're like, oh shit, it's like feels fresh, but like really, it's the same shit, just like different ways they serve it to you. So it's not boring, but it sounds interesting and new, and they're gonna do something, but they really just like reinvent what they already did. Like, so I don't know. I mean, that's the government for you. Oh man. But yeah, I'm trying to get to the next subject. I was trying to think of that
segue, ain't it?
I mean, I don't.
What's the next subject?
I don't know what I'm watching.
Just go through it.
Huh?
Oh, you don't know what you're watching?
I mean, I don't know how to like.
Just go for it.
Okay, all right. Just like P. Diddy did when he was taping his victims, we're gonna.
And tonight we're going to talk about one of those particular people. He is said to be a very well-known performer, an A-lister, who appears with an alleged sex tape that is being shopped to the highest bidder. The New York Post is reporting the star is horrified and is, quote, praying this all goes on.
No, because again, well, you know what questions that makes you think about? If there's a P. Diddy sex tape on the market with an A-lister male, someone that doesn't want that shit to come out, right? They know who it is. It makes you think,
cheek bills.
Well, how did that tape get out? Because Diddy was the only one Diddy was recording this shit and holding it and safe in his.
I'm sure the government has all those videos.
Okay, right. and it also made me wonder. Okay,
like, nigga, we gonna put this shit on YouTube. We don't give a fuck.
you know, who did he piss off, and
Who, him being Diddy?
yeah, like who did it? All this stuff coming out now, like bang, 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 bang. It's like someone has an arsenal of shit, and someone's literally just bam, 1, 2, 3, 4,
We
5.
started with
Like
Cheek Mills. That's the first. He's like, oh my god.
so, it's like who could benefit from that? Who like and then
I mean, we won't really know it. If
well, no,
when those
we
numbers,
did.
Those names start coming out.
The names did. So there, P Diddy was asking for more money from the Ciroc guy. Fucking, I forget the dude's name. But it was like some billionaire. You know what I mean? That
I thought he owned the Rock. I didn't know he
he was
He's a
getting
partner.
60. He was getting 60 million. He wasn't even a partner. He was getting paid to promote it. He was a promoter,
He's stupid.
and he wanted partnership
I swore that
and a
shit
raise.
is.
I mean, I would just take the money,
Yeah.
bro. Like, I'm sorry.
60 million for a year to promote a fucking alcohol. Yeah, I would have just taken the fucking money. But him, you know, he wanted to be like, nah, I'm at the owner's table. I'm one of y'all, and you know, he wasn't having that shit.
Like, give me 10% of Diddy juice. They were like, what?
But-
Oh, Diddy juice. It's Rock Diddy juice.
All this stuff should be classified evidence. This is stuff that should not be seeing the light of day, besides maybe a courtroom. So it's like for the fact
Do you
that
think that he was the only one other than the government that had his hands in that pot? I think other people did. Close
No.
to him.
because if he was using it to blackmail, it would make no sense to make copies to hand out to other people.
I don't think
You would
I don't
only
think
wanna have
copies
that.
were made. Or maybe a fail safe.
He had them on devices, and they said that they recovered 90 devices and that they had over 90 terabytes. So each device had a terabyte of data on it. Now, it's
Crazy.
uncommon to have a terabyte of data unless you pay for it. Like, you know, you can get it on your phone,
Yeah.
but it's not normal to have that much data. Now, if you were paying, for instance, like I said, he's rich, I think it probably has like a bunch of iPhones and like, you know, that you can get a terabyte of data from them on the cloud. So now I don't think it's unreasonable to assume that he could have lost one of these phones at some point and somebody gained access to download all this information and then start blackmailing him. It could have been all happening in the back end and we didn't know anything about it. Could have been going on while this rock thing was going on, or the government themselves could have just
I think the
stolen
government's
phone.
leaking.
They could have just took a phone that he had unlocked or got his fucking password from surveillance, got that shit, unlocked his phone, went through all of his cloud data, he probably had all that shit synced in the back, thinking like nobody can get to it. Yeah, until they got to it. It proved that they got your ass, nigga. Because if you had it like locked down to where nobody can get to it and it was like encrypted, it'd be very difficult for the government to get to it. I'm not saying that he wouldn't be able to eventually, they would, because it's the federal government. But like, I don't think he had it locked down tight where people couldn't get to it. I think he had easy access because he's one of those rich people that thinks he can get away with it.
Yeah,
and somebody literally got that shit on his ass.
But let's take a vote. Who do you think the A-lister is on the sex hit?
Did he say he was an actor?
Not necessarily. It's an A-list celebrity.
It's supposed to be a dude, allegedly.
Male.
Hmm?
A-list celebrity male. Who do you think could possibly be on the sex tape?
Could be a bunch of people.
Marvel expert.
That's what I think it is too.
I hope not. Poor kid.
I don't know.
It would break my heart too. Like,
Could be a bunch of people. He's
Never mind, I'm not gonna
more
say that.
people than that. Yeah, Russell Simmons. It could have been Russell Simmons. Could have been him.
he's not an
only-
A-list celebrity.
What do you mean?
I
He
don't-
He's
owned Def Jam.
yeah, but-
They said he's more famous than Diddy. They said he's an A-lister that's more famous than Diddy.
He's just more.
And
I
Justin
haven't
Bieber-
heard his name other than those lawsuits.
Yeah, the rapey shit.
I haven't heard
That
his
nigga-
name in a minute.
That nigga went to Bali and was like,
He left. He did leave. Go out.
But
I'm guilty.
he's a music mogul. He's richer
Yeah, but
than
like
Diddy.
to say A-lister, to me, when I think A-lister, I think somebody who is current, someone who's, you know,
Will
like
Smith.
Will Smith, something like that. And even Will Smith lately here.
You think he's more
Other
famous?
than that,
I'm
bitch
saying
slap
more
he
famous
gave.
than Diddy. Like that's what
yeah,
I'm
but
saying.
I get when you When you're saying famous, he's someone who
I'm not even on that. I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying in general. Like Will Smith would fit. He'd still be more
Will
famous
Smith.
than Diddy.
Oh, I thought you said Russell Simmons. I'm like,
nigga, I never know.
But yeah, Will Smith.
And now also the next question: would you watch sex tape for research purposes? Not research, or not research, but like just like curiosity purposes.
I would, depending on who it was. If it was Justin Bieber, I wouldn't want to watch something like that.
I don't think if it was Justin Bieber, it's child porn. So
yeah, and
I don't think he's been charged with child porn. That's what's making me think like it's an adult because everybody's saying Bieber, but he doesn't have child porn.
Is picking and choosing what they're charging him for.
But they can if they're gonna introduce it in the evidence and charge him for it, then he would have had said possession of said thing. It would make me be more inclined to believe that it could have been somebody like Justin Bieber. But if it happened around the time that it happened, based on his age, it would have been child porn. Like he would have got that child porn charge. If I had a video of Diddy banging a 15-year-old Justin Bieber, that is literally like rape, and it's like child endangerment. It's all of those child charges you're catching, nigga. Like, there's no doubt in my mind the government would not hit him with that if they had that. And they're gonna introduce it and bring in the evidence.
They did say that they're not the trial that it's going to take place next year in May.
It's in May,
but that they're going to introduce new charges.
Yeah, so I'm saying, don't get me wrong. That's why I'm like, we'll wait till May and then we'll know a little more, and then we still gotta wait to pop off.
You think he will be killed, or is he gonna settle? Or
I mean, he gotta be there for the next time.
Ain't no settling.
Some deals gonna be made where he gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna spit out all these names. You know what I'm saying?
He's already said he's not taking the plea deal.
Yeah, he says that now. Give him a couple more months if he'll be saying the same shit.
I think he's in Gangster's Paradise over there, fucking just like
they're probably trying to take his shoots right now.
Yeah, somebody tweeted Diddy the type of nigga that slam the soap in jail.
Nah, because I think one thing is being because from the audio and the shit that's been released, he's been more of the dominating one in that and I ain't even call it a relationship, but in the events that have been happening, he's been the one dominating. When the shit is flipped and you're not the one doing the deed and the deed is being done to you, I don't know. I don't know
that he can make a deal. I don't think there's a deal to be made on the other side either.
You don't even think if he spits some names out?
I think they know already. Like, whatever he had, they probably have, right? Right? I'm assuming that whatever he had, they have.
They may not need his cooperation for anything.
Either way, so let's assume they have everything he has. They don't need him. Whatever you had to give me for these niggas, I already got.
What if he has something else?
There's nothing... unless he had, if he were to have something hidden where they wouldn't have access to it other than what they already got into, right? Wouldn't he have given that already before they got charges formally? No, he knew he was getting investigated since like last year or whatever, like the earlier this year, right? Like March or whatever. He knew from back then that they were coming for him. Niggas that broke into your house and said I'm sure you got some type of, follow-up feedback reply. You know how they send you that when you get good service and shit? You got one of those like surveys? I'm sure you got a federal government survey on how do we do for your service, and we'll be back with a fucking...
I guess we'll see
he got lawyers.
Do you think he'll get charged with the Tupac murder?
We'll see what happens.
Like, I think, like, especially since they got that dude, Keefy D, I think Keefy D will flip on Puff. Hey, guys.
Yeah, well, we can't see the future, but I want to talk about this. This is so fucking hilarious.
Thank you,
Trump telling this guy that he don't look gay. He's like, where the gays at? Where the gays?
Where's gays for Trump? Where's gays for Trump?
This guy was like,
this
guy was like, pick me.
I don't know how this person person was fake to be president.
Where's gas for Trump? You don't look gay. I was like, you know, nigga.
Can you imagine, like, if you're like that dude, like, you're just like, why didn't, what? How do I make myself look gay?
Why did I look gay enough?
How can I look more gay enough for my president?
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was strange.
Oh my God.
We have one more.
The speed one.
Yeah.
Right, so before that, we got to listen to the song.
Okay.
I'll tell you, we should have done jacket. Jacket.
Pretty much like the song became instantly famous for how. Yeah, because people didn't like the music video.
On YouTube.
The music video is the
15 million views.
The music video is pretty much what, on top of the song being shitty, is what made it like that. Like, I guess. Yeah. So in one of the parts, he's promoting the drink Prime. Him and Logan Paul, they got this Prime energy drink, and like, so he's getting like chiseled into like a ice statue, and then you see like an ice statue of like the Prime bottle. I mean, it just looks over the top and ridiculous. People fucking, you know, it looks like an ad, like a giant fucking, you know what I mean? And they were like, this sounds like some Disney movie shit. Like, fucking, we hate it, and you know, that's been pretty much the reaction to it.
Let me play this clip. Ready?
Damn kids! The story goes, come on! Damn kids all day! Oh, proud dog, baby, proud dog! Oh my God, bravo! Oh, wait, here it comes. Hold on. Time up, here we go. From the screen to the ring to the pen to the king. Where's my crown? That's my bling. Always on my ring. Yes, sir. Oh, shit. His soul. Fucking ass, bitch! Quit fucking music! Quit that shitty ass shit! Turn that trash ass fucking shit on! I'm sick of hearing that goddamn song! I'm sick of hearing that shit!
It's just, it's fucked up, right? Because you can see, like, in the beginning, he's leading him on, and KSI is, like, really happy because, like, this song just became like viral for how bad it is, and like he thinks that like he found somebody that actually like liked it. He's just like singing along and pretend like yeah, and then like as soon as he got his attention, just fucking Molly, I just let it, and I feel for him because like I'm an artist, right? So like, you know, I've talked about it before about, you know, like how certain songs that I hated making became the ones that people liked or stuff like that. So like, just imagine me wanting to put out a song for the world for them to enjoy it, and then they just make fun of it, and like that's all they're doing. Like I would. That's
the risk you take when
that is, but it's crushing as the artist. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I
like,
have to tell you, my nigga, like.
I mean, that's, and this is what I was telling Matt earlier. I was like, this part of the reason I don't take music more seriously, probably, because there's like a part of me that's afraid of like that mainstream kind of like rejection. You know what I mean? But
I get it.
But at the same time, like it's like, you know, I feel like he had to have a team. Like yeah,
like bunch of people like, yo, that shit's fire, yo. Like, you see this video, nigga? You complicated.
Because even me, like when I had people that would go to the studio with me that would be like, yo, that's just fire. Yeah, drop that. Or this could be a little better, blah, 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 blah. Or, you know, like I've always had people to bounce my music off of. So it's like, why did this guy not have like just a solid 12 niggas that he could have just like put in, huh? Just music, you know, to get a good, you
engineer, you got your manager, you got your production guy, and then the mixing guy. Huh? Well, if you're making a song, I'm sure you went to the studio. Trippie Redd, the other dude he's on the song with, he's famous and he does music. I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm just saying like he's a professional artist in that capacity, at least, that they would have all that. I would assume they had all that equipment and studio time.
I'm just assuming, like, for example, like
all those people are dead ass wrong for not tell that nigga, like, yo, we need to do something. This is, you put this out, I'll mix it, but it's garbage. Just letting you know.
And not even just that, but like the music video, the way they directed it, everything was just
more niggas that took his money again. They're like, we'll make it look like whatever the fuck you want, nigga. How much you get? $2 million. Let's run this. I'll throw some CGI with a little fucking water bottle. You want to do all cute shit? You get chiseled, nigga. We got a nigga that does it on Tuesdays. We got you.
But
it's $100K for this shot right here. You're like fucking Iceman with a water bottle.
But it achieved its purpose. They got 15 million views.
I mean, if you made the money back,
that makes like $500 on YouTube.
No, it's more than that. I think it's like $40K for every 1 million or some shit like that.
I mean, heck.
I don't even know. I don't think it's like that.
Yeah,
it's pretty fucking low. Like though with YouTube, like there's tiers. So it's like if you're a higher tier artist, you get more for your stream. But like mid tier artists, it's pretty fucking shit. Like
you got $1,200.42.
Though I'm sure KSI, he probably is on the higher tier of YouTube because he's a YouTuber. Fucking he has like he said 40 million subs or some shit like that. So like,
I think it's based on your subscribers.
Yeah.
How many subscribers you got? Let's see. What's the final answer, good?
For 1 million views, you can expect to earn between 3,000 and 5,000.
Yeah. See, like I said, it's dog shit. But
for 1 million people, damn.
It says, however, not everything is as simple as it seems. As we have already said, YouTube pays creators not so much for the watching videos, but watching channels on advertisements. So,
yeah,
how much advertising did he have on that video?
And then you have to think about the splits. You got to pay your manager. You got to pay all the, like by the time that shit gets busted down, like
nigga, you got $3. What? You got $3. But a thank you card. They sent you for hitting 1 million. You got the little placard.
But honestly, that's why I don't care about YouTube that much. Like I don't like, for example, like for us to be successful as a podcast, it's not going to be on YouTube. We're not going to make that much money off of it. Fucking, it's too restrictive content wise. Like, so we wouldn't be able to follow their guidelines long enough to even make that money. You know what I mean? Like the pennies that they toss at us, but it's a decent platform to advertise. So that's, like how I'm utilizing it now. It's a good place to host the episodes and put shit out, build a little like following, but it's not going to be the money maker in the end because it just doesn't pay enough per streams. It doesn't, unless like you're like elite tier on YouTube. And I'm not, I'm just some regular dude trying to, just talk about shit and fucking have a good time. So, it's not going to be on that algorithm, but we're going to get it out there, and we're going to take advantage of all the platforms out there on social media to get it where it needs to be. But you have to be mindful. I mean, like just like how this guy didn't know his song would be the laughing stock. You know what I mean? Like we could be one day like that could happen to us. One clip go out and like our whole lives could just change and upend like yeah, but you say that, but I mean it also comes with like the hate comments, fucking like you say that until you start reading the comments. Like you didn't have to protect yourself from it. But anyways, I think that pretty much about wraps this episode. Your sound effect engineer over there, FX over there. But anything you want to close out with? Any topics anything you want to say to the people before we go?
What y'all gonna do with that 752?
With the what?
752.
770, nigga. Like I said.
What y'all gonna do with that 770?
Catch a flight to Ukraine and become a citizen.
Yeah.
I feel like somebody's gonna get Diddy and fuck him right in the pussy.
But
No, I think they're gonna get Diddy and fuck him right in the pussy. That's what I think they're gonna do. I think they're gonna get him in the showers. Diddy gonna get diddled.
I think someone already diddled Diddy. That's why he's.
Imagine they found this nigga on the ground, surrounded in baby oil, like at a crime scene. Like somebody tried to get at this man.
I'm sure it's already happened.
They had Johnson bottles.
Put it past the prisoners. Already have.
They just let the baby oil all over the ground, and then get a shower, just slips and falls down. And just a bunch of dicks just laying on him, and he can't get out. And he's just, his ultimate.
The nigga in the child line. He about to get his food.
Just passing this nigga around and shit. He's covered in baby oil. He don't know what the fuck is going on.
Flopping around like an eel.
He's getting passed around. It's just mad smooth. Fucking slide this nigga up and down the hallway. Oh man, it would suck to get raped, be smooth as hell, smell like baby magic. Like him specifically, it'd be terrible comeback. That would be his ultimate prize. Yeah, they slapped this nigga in baby oil and just slide him up and down the hallway.
Little slip and slide.
Get it down here. Hold him. He smells so fresh. He's so moisturized.
Don't let him get away. Get him.
Just slide everywhere.
Get me.
That's what I'm saying. It'd be crazy if he's mad moisturized and all oiled up shit. They
make a game out of it. Like during recess, whatever the fuck that shit is for prisoners. Fucking
pass the Diddy. Pass the Diddy. Refill the big oil before you give him back.
That would have been a good episode title. Pass the Diddy.
Pass the Diddy.
You're sticking with crippled the dick.
Crippled dick.
But
it wasn't crippled.
It was crippled, not
crippled. No, what was it?
Crippled but not crippled.
No, it was crippled but not crippled dick or something like that.
Crippled but not crippled dick.
Nah, crippled with dick.
Nah, it was something. Nah, you have.
You said it was crippled but not crippled dick.
Yeah,
if I was not mistaken. That's
emphasis on dick.
Yeah.
Capital D. Capital K. But yeah. Again, thoughts and prayers to everybody affected.
Yeah, really? That's how you ended?
Yeah, and also to like, you know what I mean, like there's massive like flooding around the world, like the Sahara Desert is flooded over there. Fucking so
nigga,
yeah, I mean,
why do we get the clips? Like we put it on the show, nigga. We be the Sahara Desert is flooded. When?
The same time as the hurricane. Acapulco, Mexico is like completely flooded out. Fucking it's not just an American thing, you know what I mean? But
fuck yeah,
America.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck right in pussy.
Suck my dick and lick my balls. But yeah, man, like we just need a new government because right now this government it's just not working. Maybe that's part of the new world order. It's just a new government because the current government is just not working.
They've been doing crazy shit everywhere. Even Israel. You haven't been forgotten, nigga. We didn't forget about you. You know a bunch of crazy motherfuckers doing whatever the fuck you want to.
They
committing war
they're
crimes
a trip.
and shit.
What trips me out about them is like for example, like Netanyahu. He'll get in front of some people and he'll be like, "We gotta get these bad guys. They kill babies. They rape the women." And then you'll see like videos of IDF soldiers like going in like Palestinian homes, like fucking searching like through women's panties or there's the Israeli the IDF guys that got released that they had gang raped the Palestinian dude. Like and they were like, "Oh, free them, free them." I'm like, don't y'all remember the last time like something like this happened in the Bible where like a bunch of people were chanting for rapists to get freed? Like that was Sodom and Gomorrah, and the Lord made it rain fucking hail fire on them niggas.
Burn.
So it's like right now you look at Israel and they're surrounded literally by everyone who wants to kill them. Like because they've just been starting shit with everyone on every angle around them. Like and now they're
like,
just,
I feel like one day in the United States, like yo, we could turn that iron down. Right? Like y'all keep talking real spicy to these niggas, and that shit is a lot of electricity. And y'all haven't paid your electric bill, so we gonna just turn that motherfucker off. Let them have one day with y'all niggas, and there'll be no more Israel. And then nigga just divvy up all that shit because I'm tired of spending all this money on all these wars, have all these fights for what?
Yeah.
For you to pick out a piece of land. Then when you give the other niggas the land, you want to steal it back. Or it's a real, you know, type shit. So just like, you know. But yeah, fuck you, Netanyahu, bitch ass nigga.
But
hope somebody catch you. Fucks you right in the pussy.
they shot a missile at his house. Like, well, no. They shot a missile at his plane or something as it landed at the airport. I don't know, like they really trying to get that nigga.
That's what happens when you got 4 stars of Grand Theft Auto, nigga. I don't care. You need to go up in this nigga's house, fuck him right in the pussy, and it'll be done with it. You know what I'm saying? He'll have to step down after that.
But yeah, man, hoping y'all ain't going through none of that crazy shit out there.
None of that. All that's terrible.
Yeah, I mean, I'll hopefully y'all don't need the money, but hopefully there's people out there that like don't need the money and just get the money anyways.
Please apply.
Because that also helps too. You know what I mean? Like just getting money that you didn't really need, but
and if they're fucking you over, definitely let the world know. And if there are other programs, definitely let the world know. Help each other out shit as much as you can.
Yeah, definitely.
Government's not gonna help you, nigga. You gotta get that money.
Like Biden said, you gotta fund your own relief.
Yep.
But
like he does every day after 4. He's good 10 to 4.
Just be kind to each other, yo, and make sure and remember that none of this, you know what I mean, works without, you know, each other, and then we're all community and we all bleed the same color.
Yep.
And we all are American.
And stop buying up all the fucking toilet paper, goddammit.
And
bullshit.
The day that our tax dollars no longer, you know, support us, it's time that we start figuring out stop paying taxes or some shit, because literally, like, no, but we can stop working. We'll figure something out.
Okay.
Do the nomad thing. We'll figure it out.
We'll get together. We'll plan. We'll convene.
92.
So, what is it? January 6th, part 2.
Get a bunch of Tesla robots to work for us.
Shit, right? The motherfuckers slaughter us. I'm pretty sure that's what's next. Elon and his his robot police force. But,
it'd be funny if he's the one that be talking about people on welfare. If a bunch of people on welfare bought a bunch of Tesla robots and sent them to work for him.
Mm-hmm. And you know the
tax-free money.
You know the robots is going to be racist too. Like they're gonna program it into it. Like
one of them had a conversation with 2 Chainz and I think it was Sway Lee, somebody, but they got no cyber van or cyber cab. My bad. That's what it was. No steering wheel, no foot pedals, nothing. Just
I seen the van too, like a fucking a toaster with wheels.
Yeah, he said it's a Rabovan, but he's like, some people call it Robovan. I was like, they get spelled Robovan. You were saying Rabovan to make it sound like it's fucking. It's a Robovan, nigga.
You trying to be bougie?
Yeah, it's a Rabovan.
It's not chicken, it's chicken.
It's chicken, not chicken. It's chicken for you peasants that can't afford it. It's chicken for all the people that are aficionados. They're going to take this Rabovan from the park when they're drunk.
Oh, I hate Elon Musk, yo.
He said it's going to be around 30. He said around 30K or so. I'm like,
did you see him jumping around at that Trump rally? He was like, I'm dark MAGA.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's satanic, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
have fun with that, my guy.
They over here and saying like, cast spells and shit. That's why I don't trust your fucking cars, bro. Pretty sure that's the devil too.
I'm pretty sure the people that passed the clean energy bill were more Democrats than Republicans, and that same bill helps people buy his car.
But
That's the shit that be killing me about Elon. I'm like, they give you like $7,500 for your clean car. You think that a Republican pushed that bill? I'm just saying, I'm not either or side, but like the only reason why people are able to buy your Teslas in some cases are because the government gives you $7,500 to get a EV vehicle.
yeah.
It's their credit you get back on your taxes. So, like, I was thinking about getting a Tesla. I'm nigga, I might want to get a Tesla. You know what I'm saying? To give back $7,500 on taxes. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of bread back. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of bread.
So you got to a damn battery go out.
Yeah. But they did rate. Hey, I looked at the stats. The Tesla batteries are rated 10 to 20 years, or up to 100,000 miles, depending on which one you get first. So depends.
I don't know.
Depends, man.
I don't trust it though. But anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you like, share, subscribe.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Just talk about us. Not even just talk about us. You know, talk to your friends about the same stuff that you talk about here. Have conversations and have a good time. Make memories. You know what I mean? Talk about some real conversations.
Yep.
And just live free. But anyways, God bless America.
Yeah.
And
Keep your dick to yourselves, niggas.
you know what I mean? Fortified, hunker down. All right.
Hunger. Oh my God.
Anyways, highly offensive, crippled with dick, or something like that.
In the bed.
Crippled but not